So you just hired a brand new producer. You're excited that you finally filled the role, but you're too busy running your agency to do a proper onboarding. Before you know it, weeks have passed and your new producer still has no idea what to do. Does this sound familiar? While you might think that hiring a new producer is your biggest challenge, supporting new hires, if done well, can be just as difficult. In this video, we'll discuss how to effectively onboard your new producer in your agency and how to coordinate professional development opportunities. In particular, we'll answer the following questions. What should a new producer's first 90 days look like at my agency? How do I create a work environment where new producers can learn quickly? What types of professional development opportunities best support new producers? Your new producers will come with a variety of background experience. Some may have worked as captive producers for a few months. Some may be switching from personal to commercial lines of insurance. And some may be completely brand new to the industry. Whatever the background, we recommend that you start each new producer with a 90-day producer plan. This will be your producer's roadmap for the first 3 months on the job. It'll outline their goals and specific sales activities for achieving those goals. The 90-day producer plan can be broken up into 4 categories: target markets, target accounts, referrals, and prospecting. The first part of your 90-day producer plan is identifying your target markets. As we learned in our marketing lesson, your target market, also known as your target customers, are the people most likely to do business with you. As a goal, you should focus on 2 to 3 niche markets because it's easier to be successful when you focus on specific industries. We recommend identifying industries where you want to build a clientele and be known as an insurance expert. Find industries you like to work with, where you already know people, where your agency has proven success, and most importantly, make sure those industries are widely available in your local market. The next part of your plan is identifying target accounts. Your target accounts are a subgroup of your target customers who you plan to focus on for your first 90 days in the job. We recommend a goal of reaching out to 24 qualified new businesses in your first 3 months. That means you need to schedule at least 2 appointments per week. If you can do that, you're going to be well on your way to success as a producer. The third part of your 90-day producer plan is building referrals. Insurance is a business all about relationships. That means that the people you know could be the reason you meet and or land your next customer. Make a goal to explore 1 new relationship each week. As an easier start, you can reach out to the people in your personal network who might fit your target market. After that, think about a list of people and channels where you might leverage prospect referrals such as accountants, lawyers, and financial advisors. The final component of your 90-day producer plan is prospecting. You previously made a goal to schedule appointments with 24 qualified businesses. Unfortunately, not everyone you reach out to will agree to an appointment. That's why you need way more prospects in order to meet your goal of 24. Let's say only 20% of prospects, or 1 out of 5, agree to meet after you've reached out to their business. That means you need 120 prospects in your sales funnel in order to land 24 appointments. So what strategies are you going to use to open doors? The phone is still the most effective and efficient option. Make warm calls if you can. Make cold calls if you must. Face-to-face canvassing may work too for some types of business, and it's a nice change of pace from phone work. Leverage all the tactics we discussed in our marketing lessons, such as social media on Facebook and LinkedIn, digital advertising, promoting referral programs and contests, and running email campaigns. Of course, this 90-day producer plan is only effective if it's paired with professional development opportunities. This refers to informal or formal forms of education where producers learn specific skills and knowledge to do their jobs. In this next part of the video, we'll outline 4 different professional development opportunities for producers, as well as discuss the trade-offs in regards to price, time, and effectiveness. An often overlooked form of professional development are books and online courses. As a busy agency owner, all the training and onboarding should not have to fall on your shoulders. That is why purchasing relevant books and online courses is a great way to share the education responsibility. We recommend asking for book recommendations from some of your veteran producers. Which book do they use when starting their careers? Which books do they view as must-reads? Once they determine a list, set a budget and purchase the appropriate books for your team. Online courses are another great option, and one that is sometimes free. With these types of resources, which are typically self-paced, make sure you institute some form of accountability. You don't want to invest in educational resources that go unused. As an example, you can have your producer prepare a brief presentation on what they've learned and share it with the rest of the agency. A must-have professional development at your agency is a system of mentorship and shadowing. Before your new producers make their first calls and try to sell, have them observe experts. This is a training opportunity that does not require any financial support, just the time of some of your experienced producers. Match your new producers with veterans and have them shadow their interactions while on phone calls. Make sure that the observations are structured and set a specific focus for each mentoring or shadowing session. For example, you might want to have a new producer observe 3 calls with an expert to learn more about closing techniques. Or perhaps you want them to focus on how to make a cold call or how to sell a new line of insurance. Adding this rigor will make the shadowing more fruitful and make it easier for your veteran producers to teach specific concepts and best practices to your new producers. Another affordable professional development opportunity is self-reflection. Ask your new producers to record their calls. This will force them to analyze their performance without the pressure of others weighing in. Provide them with guiding questions to make it easier to service what can be improved. For example, you might use these reflection questions. How did my prospect feel at the beginning of the call versus the end? What was their first impression of me? Did I feel prepared? What could I have improved or have done better? Was I able to satisfy all of the prospect's questions? Where do I think the prospect was confused or frustrated? The risk with this tactic, of course, is that it requires producers to be comfortable enough making cold calls. If your producers aren't quite at that level yet, they can still do the same self-reflection activities while role-playing calls with other members of your agency. Our final professional development recommendation is to get them out of the office and send them networking. There's nothing like real-life in-person practice. Send them to local events on behalf of your agency and get them familiar with your target audience. This will give them practice talking about your agency and its offerings. It'll also get them more comfortable talking to prospects. Supporting new producers is tough and can be a full-time job. However, not prioritizing the onboarding experience increases the chances of employee turnover, and you don't want to start this entire process all over again. First, focus on giving them specific tasks to start with. And then it's all about exposing them to as many learning experiences as possible. Whether it's a book, online course, shadowing a producer, or attending a networking event. The more structured opportunities they have to learn to do their job, the better.